When going through the scariest times, have you ever felt like an angel was always with you? Think back to a time when everything seemed uncertain. You were scared and couldn't see how to move forward. But then, in the stillness of your heart, you felt it, a warmth you couldn't explain, a soft voice telling you everything would be okay. It wasn't your fantasy, it was an angel helping you through the worst time of your life. When we are scared, angels are always close to those who believe. Today, we will look at a strong message from angels. Someone, somewhere, is worried, but they will soon get the strength to visit. What does this mean for you? Please bear with us, as this message may hold the key to something important in your life. Whether you felt an angel's touch or are looking for help, this message has the answers you need. Let's get started. Before fully understanding this lesson, we must consider what fear is all about. Fear is a fundamental feeling that can stop or drive you to do something. Each person feels it in their unique way and for their unique reasons. The person in question, completely scared, may be dealing with a deep, emotional fear. This fear could be about a tough talk they've been putting off, a broken relationship, or even a choice that could make all the difference in their life. But why do they seem so scared? We often fear when we don't know what's coming next. Uncertainty makes our hearts beat fast, and our minds think of the worst things that could happen. Angels, on the other hand, can see through fear. They know that the things we fear the most aren't always as scary as they seem. They see the bigger picture and know that facing our fears can help us grow and change uniquely. But why would someone be scared of going to visit? Going to see someone, trying to fix a relationship, or facing a challenging situation often requires being open and honest. Being vulnerable is scary because it lets our deepest fears, dreams, and feelings show. We are more likely to be hurt, rejected, and let down by it. While this is true when we are most open, we often make the most profound bonds heal and grow the most. Angels know this because they are infinitely wise. They know that sometimes you must face your fears, step into the unknown, and take a leap of faith to heal. This is where their advice becomes very helpful. They're there to help and reassure us that we're not going through this trip alone. Historically, angels have been shown to bring peace, love, and direction. When we are scared, they shield and comfort us, whispering words of strength and support. For example, the Bible is an entire story about angels showing up to help people who are in trouble and giving them hope and strength. In the book of Daniel, the angel Gabriel came to Daniel when he was scared and gave him words of comfort and peace. This is similar to the story of Hagar. When she was lost and scared in the desert, an angel took her to safety and hope. These stories aren't just relics of the past, though. They show how people and God have always been connected. Even now, angels are still significant in our lives, especially when we are scared to death. They are the hands that lead us, the soft voices that talk to us when we're alone, and the presence that walks us through the darkest times. Angels can help people through scary times, one of their most important jobs. When we look past the current threat or fear, they help us see the possibility that lies on the other side. They help us remember that fear is not the enemy, but rather a guide, a teacher, and sometimes an essential part of our journey. When someone is scared, it's usually because they feel alone. But when angels are with them, they don't feel alone. A more significant force at work guides, protects, and leads them to where they need to be. They are told that they are not alone. The main idea of this angelic message is that someone will come soon. What does this visit mean, though? Regarding angelic advice, a visit can mean many different things. It could be someone coming to your door, calling you, or getting back in touch after a long, quiet time. but it could also be a spiritual visit, a time to think deeply about yourself, a meeting with God, or a meeting with your own better self. This visit is not just happening by chance. God planned it. Angels plan everything out very carefully and ensure it all happens at the right time and in the right way. That's why the word is so important. The visit itself needs to be longer, the time is too. Angels know that now is the right time for the scary person to face their fears, even if they have been putting them off for a long time. The visit could start a new part of their lives, where fear doesn't hold them back, but pushes them forward. For some, it might be the moment they finally get the guts to tell the truth, fix a broken relationship, or seize a new chance. But why does time matter so much? The angels know that we are ready for change when we are ready to face our fears. They see this person is prepared for this visit, even though they are scared. Things stopping them are about to be faced, and the angels will help them through it. Not only does the message say that someone is scared, but they will be there soon. It also makes a promise. A promise that the angels will be with them, help them overcome their fear, and lead them to a place where they can heal, grow, and change. To fully understand what this angelic message means, we must look into the idea of fear, which is both a general and a deeply personal feeling. There are many kinds of fear, and every person has felt them. What, though, makes someone so scared that even angels notice? Fear usually comes from not knowing what will happen. When you're about to go somewhere new, you get that uneasy feeling in the pit of your stomach. Think about the last time you had to deal with something you had never done before, like starting a new job, moving, or even having a tough talk. When there is a lot of confusion, fear often creeps in and makes doubts and worst-case scenarios seem worse. This fear is real, even if it's not always logical. But what happens when this fear is something more? What if the fear comes from bad experiences, regrets, or problems that haven't been solved? These inner fears are hard to eliminate. They stay with us and gnaw at the edges of our minds. They can come from many places, like a mistake that keeps returning to haunt you, a bad relationship, or a road you didn't take. If we run fast enough, these fears will catch up with us. Now think about this. What if someone is afraid because of something they did and can't change? This is where the angel's word is significant. Anyone in that situation might be scared because they know what will happen because of what they did. People from the angels aren't just dropping by. It's a big deal that could change everything. After all, the angels bring news of divine justice and truth. They don't come to judge, but to make things clear, to show what has been hidden, and to give people a chance to be forgiven. They mean it when they say they'll be there soon. Visits from angels are important events that happen for a reason. These beings from heaven don't just appear out of the blue. Their appearance means that a big event is about to occur. How does this visit work, though? Will it be a presence that makes you feel better, or will it be the truth? Here, the different parts of the message start to show. Angels work on a different level of reality because they are servants of God. Their visit might be a sign of something new, a warning, or even a request to do something. Think about the stories in history and faith about how angels have shown up. They often have a clear message that needs to be heard, leading to a change of mind or behavior. In the Bible, Gabriel, the angel, went to see Mary to tell her that Jesus would be born. This visit changed the course of history. Angels have also shown up to help, protect, or warn people in other situations. The scared person knows that this visitor is coming soon. They know that the angels aren't just there to watch, they're there to talk to them and give a message that will rock their world. This strengthens the fear because the person knows they can't escape the truth the angels will bring. Angels are messengers from God who help connect the spiritual and physical worlds. Their messages always have a reason and often contain deep insights or instructions to help us through life. But why do angels bring these messages? Why are they so important? Angel texts are helpful for many reasons. To begin, they give advice. There are many options in life, and the best choice can be challenging. When we're confused, angels can help us see things more clearly by looking at them from a higher level. Their advice often helps us grow, improve, and reach our divine mission. Second, words from angels can be used as warnings. These aren't threats, they're warnings about mistakes or possible risks. We can escape needless pain and suffering if we listen to these warnings. In this situation, the scared person may be getting a warning, possibly because of something they did in the past or because they need to fix something wrong. Third, words from angels are meant to comfort and reassure. Angels' energy is full of love and peace, so being around them is naturally relaxing. When they send you a message, even to correct or warn you, it comes with a promise that you are not alone and backed by a higher power that only wants what's best for you. But here's the exciting part: the scared person might not find the message comforting. They might be so frightened that even the appearance of angels makes them feel like a judgment is coming. This brings us to the real test. Will they give in to their fear or be willing to consider the chance of being forgiven and changing? The idea of redemption is essential in many spiritual systems and a vital part of this angel message. The angels aren't just coming to scare or punish, they're giving a way to be saved. What does forgiveness mean in this case, though? Through redemption, it is possible to make up for past mistakes and improve one's life. Being honest, humble, and ready to change are all important parts of the process. For the scared person, this visit from the angels could be their last chance to change, face their fears head-on, and take responsibility for what they did. But healing is a process, not a single event. Recognizing the truth is the first step, no matter how painful. Sometimes, the hardest part is telling yourself that you must change something. But after this first step, the way to forgiveness becomes more apparent. The angels are so wise that they know that salvation isn't about being perfect, but about making progress. They understand that every soul has the power to grow, change, and become more in tune with its holy purpose. Even though their message may be scary, it eventually is one of hope. They are allowing you to leave the darkness and enter the light. But there is a catch. The scared person has to choose to take this deal. Angels can help and lead people, but they can't make them change. This is where having free will comes in. The person has to choose. Will they stay frozen by fear or seize the chance to be forgiven? To cut a long story short, the angels are not just talking about an idea, they are asking this scared person to start a natural, life-changing process called redemption. Being brave is needed for this trip, but with the help of the angels, it can bring about profound healing and spiritual growth. Angels are often considered guardians and guides, but can bring about significant changes. Having them means we must change something, whether how we think, act, or even our whole life path. It's not just a word that the angels mean when they say they will visit soon. They want to bring about change. Change, on the other hand, is often fought. People tend to stick to what they know, even if what they know isn't always healthy or good for them. This is why some people find it so scary when angels visit. They know things will change, but they're afraid of what it will bring. As we consider the upcoming angel visit, it's important to understand free will. God gave us free will to choose for ourselves and control our future. For example, if someone from heaven visits us, we are still in charge of our choices and deeds. The terrified person at the heart of this message is not just passively receiving the angel's message, they can choose how to react. This is where having free will is both a gift and a curse. The angels can help, give advice, and even warn, but they won't make anyone do something they don't want to. It can be both freeing and scary to think about having free will. This means we are never helpless, we can always pick our path. But it also means that we are in charge of the results of our choices. With this visit from saints, the person in question faces a moment of truth. They have to choose whether to face their fears and try to find redemption or to keep going down a road that might only lead to more evil. In many ways, the angel's visit tests who you are. You can show bravery, honesty, and readiness to change. The result is not set in stone, it depends on the current decisions. Will the person step up and take advantage of the chance to be forgiven, or will they give in to their fears and ignore the angel's message? In times of fear and doubt, it's important to remember that all heavenly messages, no matter how scary they seem, are ultimately filled with love and light. The angels aren't here to make you feel hopeless, they're here to show you the way forward. They give us hope and point us toward a better future. Scared people may feel like they are standing on the edge of a cliff, but the angels are there to catch them and show them that there is light at the end of the tunnel. In this light, healing, growth, and change are possible. Remember, there is always a way forward, even when things look bad. Even though it doesn't seem like it at first, the angels' words are one of hope. As lifesavers, they allow people to break free from fear and start a new part of their lives. This is what angelic assistance is, giving people a way out of the darkness, not punishing or judging them. As this angelic word comes to a close, it's important to remember that the angels are telling us what to do. There are better times to be lazy or do something. The scared person needs to pay attention to this message and react purposefully. There are different ways to make the call to action. It could be a message asking for forgiveness, making things right, or letting go of old grudges. It could be a call to change, see things from a different point of view, or start a spiritual journey. No matter what kind of call it is, it needs a reaction. It is not a choice to ignore the angel's message. Bad things could cause fear, regret, or missed chances if you do nothing. The angel's visit is crucial because it's a moment of truth and an opportunity to change one's life. The angels aren't just telling people what to do, they're also giving help. They are there to help, comfort, and lead you in any way you need. The scared person doesn't have to go through this alone. The angels are right there with them, ready to help them find their way. Trust is the most important thing you can do to get past your fears and accept the angelic word. Trust yourself, the process, and the angels. The scared person needs to learn to believe that the angels have their best interests at heart and that this visit is not a punishment but a gift, a chance to get back on track with their holy purpose. For someone living in fear, this trust might not come quickly. However, it is the foundation on which change is built. If people trust the angels and their message, they can start letting go of their fears and look forward to the future. At this point in the heavenly meeting, there is only one choice: stay afraid or have faith. The angels are ready to help and show the way. You only need to have the guts to take that first step. As we end this study of the angelic word, it's essential to consider how much angelic help can change our lives. Angels are not just spirit beings, but also potent change agents who can improve our lives in ways we never thought possible. This visit from an angel is a turning point for the scared person. It allows them to face their fears, try to make things right, and start over. The angels will enable them to change their story from fear to faith and darkness to light. This change only happens with others, though. You must take action, trust others, and be ready to change. Angels can help and lead, but the person must do what they must do. The power to choose one's fate is what free will is all about. As we end this lesson, let us remember how important it is for angels to step in and help. Let's be open to them no matter how hard the lessons they bring may be. Trust that the angels always have our best interests at heart and will lead us to a future full of love, hope, and light.